Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's or today's asynchronous class. So I'm going to record 3 asynchronous classes so we can make up for all of those classes that we haven't been having these past few weeks. So this is the first asynchronous class, and this is the one where we are going to practice the activities or the structures that we have been studying in the past 2 classes. So let's go to Unit 7 because that's where we are right now. Remember, this is the unit that we have been working on. And we have been working on the first lesson, which is related to verbs plus adjectives plus gerund, okay? We are going to review this structure a little bit, and then we are going to complete some exercises about it so you can practice. So first thing that we're going to do is to listen to them so you can check the pronunciation. Please pay attention to the pronunciation, and if you can, repeat after the recording. That'll be perfect. Let's hear and repeat.
Listen. Be excited about. Be worried about. Dream about. Talk about. Think about. Apologize for. Be responsible for. Blame for. Prepare for. Thank someone for. Be interested in. Believe in. Engage in. Participate in. Succeed in. Approve of. Be afraid of. Be fond of. Be tired of. Take care of. Adapt to. Be used to. Feel up to. Look forward to. Object to.
Perfect. So that's the list. Remember that last class we were working on examples with all of these verbs. It was a long time that we took to create these examples, but I think it's important to see how we can use these verbs. Okay, so that's why we created a few examples and we used different verb tenses, so you can focus on the way you can use these verbs in a sentence. So now I'm going to remind you of the structure of these verbs with prepositions. So the first thing that you need to remember is that we are going to use these verbs in any tense, okay? They can be in the present, in the past, or in the future. In any tense, they work because they are verbs, right? So the key here is that they work in any tense, but they are followed by an ing form, by a gerund. So that's why we have here gerunds as subject prepositions. That's what we studied last class. They are always followed by gerunds. And a gerund is used the same way as a noun. Okay, so they have the function of a noun in a sentence. And a gerund is often the object of a preposition. All right, so let's read the examples. I'm interested in learning more about Mexico City, or she's responsible for planning the trip. We look forward to hearing all about it. They talked about going to an unusual restaurant, or he's afraid of planning too far. All right, so here we have the preposition, and after the preposition, we always have an ing form. All right, then we have the verb, right? And the verb, it's conjugated whereas in the present or in the past, or any other verb tense. That's the deal. So what you don't need to forget is that you need the verb, the preposition, and the ing form. That's the formula, right? Let me write the formula here. Verb plus preposition plus ing form or gerund, okay? So that's the formula, and that's what you need to do in order to remember that this is the way in which we are going to create these sentences, okay? So that's the first thing that you need to keep in mind. Now we are going to give some examples that you need to focus on. So let's talk about the following example. Let me write it here. Let me write it in another color. And let's think about this. I'm thinking about Mexican food. That's my first example. And then I'm thinking about traveling to Mexico, right? Two different sentences. What happens here? They are similar because they both start with the phrase I'm thinking about, right? So here we have the verb think, and it's conjugated in the present continuous. I am thinking, present continuous. The preposition in this sentence is about. That's preposition. Then the object in the first one, it's Mexican food. So this is the object as we have here. Whereas on the second one, I'm thinking about traveling to Mexico. That's the object, traveling. So what can you see here? What is the difference? In the first one, we have a noun as an object. Mexico, it's a proper noun. It's the name, sorry, Mexican, it's a noun. It's referring to a country, okay? It's a noun. But what happens with the other one? We don't have a country or a nationality or anything related to that in the object. As an object, we have a gerund, which is an ing form, okay? It works as a noun, as you can see here, but it is called gerund, okay? So the paper that both of them play on the sentence, it's the same. Both work as a noun, okay? Whereas it is a real noun, Mexican, or where it is a gerund, it is considered a noun in the sentence. That cannot change, right? So I'm thinking about Mexican food, or I'm thinking about traveling to Mexico. Both of them work the same. Yeah, so that's something that you need to consider. Of course, after a preposition, you can have a noun. So I'm thinking about Mexican food. I'm thinking about my class later. I'm thinking about the plans that I have for tomorrow. All of those are nouns, okay? But I can also use it with ing forms. I'm thinking about going to the museum tomorrow. I'm thinking about meeting my friend tomorrow night, etc. All right, so you have two options, but this lesson is focusing on the use of an ing form after the preposition, right? So that is something that we need to keep in mind in order to make sense. We are going to complete some activities related to this. So let me go to my worksheet so we can work on these exercises that we have here. Of course, they are related to the lesson 1 on unit 7, page 78 from the book. All right, so what I want you to do is to take a minute to complete this exercise. What do we have to do is complete the sentences using the words in the box. So in the box, we have at playing, in talking, into camping, like going, of getting, on studying, to being, and up knitting. All right, so we have prepositions but plus ing forms. So let's try to complete number 1. You have to type in your answer. We are interested drawing lessons. What's your answer? Now let's go with number 2. I don't feel something to work today. I'm tired. What is the correct answer there? Number 3. She won't join the gym. She's scared, hurt. What do you think? Now let's go with number 4. I'm not. Sleeping outside is not fun. What is the word that we need to use to fill up the gap? Let's see. Number 5 now. Summer is coming. I'm looking forward able to eat outside. So what do you think the correct answer is? Now let's go with number 6. If you want to be good, an instrument, you have to practice a lot. What's the verb and the preposition that's missing? Number 7 now. I've taken, my grandmother is teaching me. What's your guess? Number 8, finally. They're playing too much. They're not concentrating. What do you think the missing verb is? All right, you guys. So this is just to practice a little bit with the structure, and also for you to remember some vocabulary that is useful in order to work on these ones. Now I have another exercise, and I like this one a lot because it makes you think, and you have to create your own sentences, starting from some prompts, okay? So what we have as an example is, I'm scared of swimming in deep water. And we are using these words, but you have to complete them with the preposition. You have to conjugate the verb and transform the verb into a gerund, etc. All right, so let's try with number 2. It's your turn. You have to type in your answer. What do we have? We have many children dream and become famous. What is your sentence that you can create for this one? Write it right now. Now let's go with number 3. The options are, we are looking forward and go on vacation. What is your guess here? Now let's try with number 4. We have, please think and join the team. So what is the correct answer according to you? Now let's have a look at number 5. We have, he's good and do things with his hands. So what is a sentence that you can create with these 2 phrases? Number 6, they are concentrating. Learn to cook. What is the sentence that you can create starting from this? Number 7, we are excited. Win the game. What is a sentence that we can create starting from this? And finally, we have number 8. They thanked him, helped them study. So what is a correct sentence that we can create starting from this right now? Okay, yeah, so that is the exercise that I wanted to practice with you today. Remember that we are working on Unit 7. This is just some practice that I wanted you to take up because, yeah, these verbs are not complicated to use, but we require a lot of memory in order to remember the list first, and then in order to remember the structure, the ing form after the preposition. So yeah, it is important to keep everything in mind in order to be able to not make mistakes, to avoid mistakes when using this structure. That has been all for today's asynchronous class. I'm hoping that you can watch the following one, and this was good practice for you. See you on the next one. Thank you for watching.